Hello. I'm just pissed off with quite a few people. I've talked about that before. People who have privileges. People who have privileges when it comes to fashion design, for instance, and get all the funding from their, I don't know, famous husband or famous daddy or famous mom, and get a lot of money doing the business plans for them, because let me tell you, they didn't do it themselves. They got business advisors. They don't do the design so much themselves, however simplistic. They just benefit. And why shouldn't they? But when somebody calls themselves fashion designers and all they can do is design a couple of triangles and make bikinis, I think you find a 5-year-old could do that. You take a 5-year-old, a 7-year-old, and put triangles for one breast, the other breast, and for the bottom, and you say, here we go, there's the fabrics. Oh, can you color in purple? Can you do some little flowers here? I think that Charles designs, if you were into textile or something like that, if you translate that into textile and left a bit of the naivety, would be actually potentially a bit better than what I don't know, Liz Hurley and all that crap. Those people just turn up and create bikinis. They put their names on a bikini collection and they end up in freaking Harrods selling that stuff. Harrods. A name. Stella Bloody McCartney. I wasn't gonna name names, but come on. Stella McCartney, great brand, but she's not the brain power behind it. Now she made a name for herself. Must I applaud? Must I be so gushing about a child who decided to make a name for herself and not count on her daddy? Must I admire her because she decided to work? When I have to work for a living anyway, I don't have a choice. I should go behind Posh Spice and go, she's so good, she actually is hardworking, instead of just calling back and earning money from her husband. Must I clap because she's actually working very hard? Is this a freaking joke? I hate that. People going, she's done a lot of stuff to make a name for herself. You know how many people do stuff to make a name for themselves in fashion and become bankrupt day after day after day after day? It's very simple. In this city, you've got about probably 20 people at least going bankrupt every day. And what are they doing? I think you find it working hard as well. Does that mean that they got less brain, that they can't conceive how to do a business plan properly, or they're less hardworking? Not necessarily. Yeah. So when you have those people who have money and who marry into money and make, oh my God, they have a collection and people get them awards. For what? For being good PR people or having the PR people publicizing them. Don't give them the award. Give the awards to the designers and the marketing executives and the brand designers and the fashion business designers and the fashion consultants and the PR people, the accountants. All these people do the business. What does she do? She poses and she attends board meetings and she might design stuff. You know that Roland Mouret copy dress that she made, that Beckham woman? That was a joke. And not only is it a copy of bloody Roland Mouret dress, she had Elle Macpherson wear it, so it looked absolutely fantastic on Elle fucking Macpherson. Surprise, surprise. And it was made to measure. Did she sit with Elle Macpherson and stitch the freaking thing herself? Because whoever made that dress is the person who actually made that dress good. Elle Macpherson is a great model. Anything almost would look good on her. She's called the body. Not only that, but you have some seamstresses and some pattern cutters who did that dress. Whatever the dress is, they made it what it is. You should clap for those people who did that made to measure job on that Macpherson. It was so on her. They should have the award, not bloody Posh Pass, because she says, oh my god, I've seen some crap on the fashion catwalk again. About 50 times a year she goes to a catwalk, get inspiration. Some people don't have that. You know, you go on YouTube and see some catwalks these days. But it's not the same as being next to the clothing and having inspiration in your face. I mean, let's go. Come on, people. Same thing as Naomi Campbell's mom was a designer at some point. I'm not degrading people, but come on, let's be real. You recognize a real fashion designer. You see thousands of designs and thousands of great minds at work all day. Of course, you're going to be inspired. But you got a name to carry. You got money pushing you. That I've just always found it unfair. Call me bitchy, whatever the bloody hell you want. That's just unfair, and it's always going to be there. There's always going to be this unequal opportunities going on. It's been there since the Middle Ages. But it's disgusting that these people get awards on top of it. Alright? I have another example on the other hand of somebody who was married into money and is a freaking brilliant designer. That English girl, Georgina Chapman. Marquesa. Alright? Now, anybody has something wrong to say about that brand? Because it's, you won't say perfection. Perfection, Sylvia Plath said famously, cannot have children. Perfection is terrible, it cannot have children. Perfection means everybody is satisfied. It doesn't exist. Perfection means it fits everybody. It wouldn't be creations. Marquesa, freaking brilliant. Yeah, Marquesa comes as near to perfection as you can. And this woman was a model. I don't know which branch of society she came from. Maybe her parents were quite wealthy, quite well-oiled. Maybe not, but she was a model. She earned a bit of money. She's very pretty. She earned money as model. She met that Weinstein guy, top Hollywood. I mean, massive Hollywood royalty. And she's dressing every red carpet person. Everybody on the red carpet is dressed at some point by her, and I've seen a couple of stuff that I didn't like on some people. Some people take it a bit too far. They think it's a great dress, therefore I'm going to pull it off, and it doesn't always work. But it's very rare. A Marquesa dress winner, okay, 99% of the time. And this girl needed that money to achieve that thing, because all the fabrics she's using, all the material, they're not even always fabrics. They're sort of like quirky bullshit stuff that she uses, and its equilibrium is working. The plastic bits and stuff like that, it's just ridiculous, but it works aesthetically, and it's weird sometimes and Star Trek-y, but you can see yourself in it. It's just so well. This is what I call real fashion design. It's actually still aesthetic and wearable, and sometimes not so wearable easily, but it's fantastic art. A lot of people emulate that sort of level of fashion design, and you see that on catwalks. Absolutely impossible creations, but it's magic, and she does it well, and she's the brain behind it. She might have a few designers working with her, but she's basically the brain behind the whole thing. Now there's money used properly, and she needed that money to buy those textiles and all this production and to have this red carpet stuff going on. She needed that contact, but she used this magnificently. Well, I admire that girl so much, and well done to her. But all the other crap, I have money, I have contacts, there you are. I know people who studied with Stella McCartney. I've met them. Not impressed with her. It's very privileged sort of little background and stuff. And I know, I mean, I do illustration sometimes for some students, and yeah, I know a few students who, you know, can get a seamstress or some model to catwalk for them and shit like that for their exams, and it's not illegal, but you know, it's a bit unfair when you have a bit of money to spend like that, and that's what she had. But she, I mean, you know, I mean, Madonna wore her wedding dress, and well, how do you get the gig? You know, if you're nobody, you could be a genius, but how do you get the gig for Madonna to wear your dress? Come on. You know, something needs to change when you are the world of arts. Like, okay, Turner Prize in the UK, massive joke. Okay? And these people are elevated and get Louis Vuitton design contracts, and all over every single art magazine, and you know, they know who they are. I think it's a massive joke. It needs to change. That needs to change. That messes up the reputation of art in Great Britain, if nothing else, and discourages a lot of great artist minds I've seen around. I've seen 17-year-old kids painting with such a maturity, oils and storylines and stuff, and where are they? You know, you have somebody who pulls the lights on and off in the freaking room and they get a Turner Prize 20 grand. You gotta be freaking joking. It's disgusting. It degrades art. And it's criminal. It's a crime against humanity. I'm not being bitchy. I'm really trying to cut it down. Bye-bye.